Today we are going to talk about continuous improvement at Workspace. So anything related to Workspace and how we can improve it just because we are going to work almost every day and we have to think about some improvements. But before we do it, we have to know what is a continuous improvement culture. It basically refers to an overall determined pursuit for improvement, innovation, and excellence that is deeply rooted and valued by all. So we all think in a different ways. We have different cultures. So we have a different culture in schools, in universities, in cities, in public institutions, in environment, in households. So one of the examples, if you want to think about the culture and continuous improvement, you can investigate, for example, why people drive on the opposite side of the road in England, or even better, why do they manufacture motor vehicles with steering wheels on the right side and not left. So this is a picture that I found online. It says first morning after Sweden changed from driving on the left side to the right in 1967. So that must be a big change for Sweden, and we see how that improvement worked the very first morning, and a little bit later over here we see how that really got going. So sometimes the continuous improvement take a bit time to get them going. Get them going. So potential for continuous improvement at workplace. So when we go to work, we can think of many things to improve. We can improve productivity or communication. We can enhance customer satisfaction, or we can provide trainings for employee, improve quality, empower employees, lower the cost of whatever we're working with, reward improvements. We can risk a reduction, celebrate innovation, and optimize a process or streamline a process. That's always the good one. So here are a couple of examples of where, for example, in restaurants, we can improve our recipes, or we can have a better sourced food. We can maybe have organically grown food. Or food delivery. For example, we have companies who are thinking more in a green way, and they are using bikes versus cars or motorcycles. We can introduce a whole new process and implementing it in companies. Or for example, change control board, where we can have a group of people who will control the changes and continual improvement. Suggestions and all that. In manufacturing, we can introduce the new tools or machines that will be more efficient, better. In rocket company, we have now reusable boosters, and they can launch many more rockets than they used to. It's very efficient. When we think about continuous improvement at Workspace, and if we think there is a certain strategy in place, and you can think of work as a chess game and employee as a chess piece. So every player brought something to the game of chess, or every time you go to work, you have a piece that you need to do, and you can do it maybe better. You can always think about a better way to do it. So here is a greatest chess player of all time, Garry Kasparov, and what he thinks about that. So if we think about a work as a chess game, we'll get Gary.
Any world champion, was a creator. Some of them were so flamboyant and flash-like tall. Some of them were just less discerned at the chessboard like Tigran Petrosian. But every world champion, every top player, brought something into the game of chess. And each contribution was priceless because it's not just about sacrifices. Of course, amateurs, they enjoy, the brilliant games where pieces being sacrificed. It's all just, it's all pieces hanging and it's all of a sudden, being material down, rook down, or just, queen down. The weaker side delivers the final blow and just, mating opponent's king. But there are other kinds of beauty. I mean, it's a slow positional maneuvering, looking for weaknesses and and gradually strangling your opponent and eventually delivering sort of a positional masterpiece.
So yes, so basically thinking of continuous improvement, look at this. This is now chess game. It's not improved, but there are new rules in this type of chess game. So, for example, when you go to work, or if you are totally new at your work, you don't know the rules. So what do? You start studying the rules. You start building a strategy of how you gonna be better at what you are doing currently. So yes. How does continuous improvement work? So we said we have a plan, do, check, and act. Basically, we identify an opportunity and plan for change. We identify something or we suggest a change. Then we investigate it and test it and use that data to analyze the results of the change and determine whether it made a difference or not. If it turns out it's great, then we act upon that and change and implement a change. So it's basically very simple. If it's a small change, that will go much faster, and the change can happen in a day. If it's something that's that requires more time and a lot of investigation and data, then that will take a little bit more time to implement. So basically, make sure you make one improvement today. You don't have to go to work and improve every single day, and just but depends of the work, of course, but you can always think in that way of being important part of your team and improve whatever you think it can be much more better and more efficient. So that's it for this pod. I'll see you in the next podcast.